Shooter, welcome today.
Pleasure, Jamal.
Nice to meet you. Obviously, we're talking about a human resource position here. How did you find out about our position?
I found out your position through the internet.
Okay, very good. Now, was there something about our position that you really liked, that drew you to want to come to this interview today?
Well, I saw that your company is very in depth into the community and also giving back, which in a human resources position that is very important because that also brings your employees together too with the management, bringing compassion together.
Very good. And so, being in human resource, you got to kind of be involved with a lot of different people. And so, through your time at Chowan, have you had an opportunity to work in groups, work with different entities on campus? What kind of experiences have you had there that allowed you to kind of get outside of your comfort zone, whether it be with a roommate or with your friends, but put you in some other situations? What kind of opportunities like that have you had?
Well, an experience I've had was that I was named the president of our Smurf Club on campus, which is we like to paint up at the games, and that put me into a leadership position where I had to learn how to maintain order within our club, because at sporting events there may be an opposing team who may say something to upset our club members, and it's up to me to maintain peace.
Very good. Now, obviously, with human resource, we're talking about many different areas, and so give me an example of a time where you've had a conflict, maybe with a fellow student, and how did you resolve that conflict?
Well, one time I can say, there was a conflict between me and a student was in the admissions office. There were some altercations, words being tossed around between the amount of work that myself and another student was being given, but I remind that student that I've had experience throughout working in the admissions office, and that's why I got the amount of work.
And what kind of things did you do to help that student feel better about their situation and maybe help them grow in their situation?
I was able to break down the situation into parts. Then also I even instructed them in some of the work that I was doing, so they could understand where I was coming from.
Very good. What courses do you feel like have prepared you for the opportunity here with our company in the Human Resource Department? What classes have you taken at Chowan that would you maybe most closely related to human resource, or that would give you the skill set that you need for this position?
Well, one course would have to be my business communications course, which involved communicating between the employees, then also management, but also with other entities outside of the business, and also that helped me prepare for interviews and also give interviews between individuals.
Okay, very good. Now we're a high energy type company, and human resources is really a high energy position. You're going to deal with all kinds of entities, and some will be having great days. And unfortunately, half the time that you deal with people, they're going to be having some pretty bad days. So what kind of experiences do you have? What kind of energy do you think you could bring to that position to help make that as smooth a transition for some of our employees as it needs to be?
The energy I can bring is a positive one. I bring that kind of energy where employees and also incoming employees have that atmosphere where they can come in, know that the work will be done, but also in a comfortable environment where they can do their duties without having altercations being involved.
Okay, very good. And you know, what one course do you figure has been most influential in your professional development? Obviously, you know, you just finished up your degree, so your experience isn't as extensive as it will be, say, 5 years from now. But to this point, what class do you feel like was most influential in your development to prepare you for this? I know we spoke about a class earlier as far as resumes and interviews and things like that. But is there a class different than that has prepared you professionally, whether it's directly related to human resource or it's just directly related to a skill set that a professional, young professional in the business world may need?
Well, a class I would have to say is my project management class. That class involves setting up projects, but also learning how to accept projects, because in any corporation, even a human resource corporation, you have to set up projects. And I know that your corporation being involved in the community sets up projects for the community outside. And I believe that those lessons will help me coordinate projects and be a project manager.
Very good. Now, what advice would you have for somebody else, say a freshman in the same career path or same path as a major that you've chosen at Jamal? What kind of advice would you have for somebody, a younger student who's considering taking that class or who will take that class here in the near future? What kind of words of wisdom would you provide them about the class before it got started?
The best advice that I can give them would be to practice. Practice the work that's given by your teacher. Not only just reading the information, because anybody can just read it, but unless you practice it, you can never comprehend it and apply it to real life situations.
Very good. What do you do for fun? What's your social thing? What is it? I mean, are you a Facebook person? You a runner? You bowl? I mean, what do you do socially for fun? What is it that kind of gets you going a little bit? What do you get excited about?
I get excited by bowling. I'm very active in our bowling club here on campus. That helps me just to relax, get away from campus, have a couple hours to just hang out with friends. But also, I like to be active with the campus ministries, being involved with teaching people about God and how God has such a big impact on people's lives.
Very good. Last question. What is it walking out of here that's the last thing you want me to remember? What is it that you want to say that's going to separate yourself from other candidates as we finally, bring this interview to a close?
I want to say that I have being yourself in a human resources position, that I have had prior experience in interviewing individuals, because at Jamal we had a Leadership Scholarship Day event where you had to interview incoming students for a candidacy at being a leadership scholar.
Well, very good. I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in today.
Pleasure meeting you.